So,
Sore.
it's been a while since we've... Can you guys see my toes? No, okay. Oh my God. Not for free. It's been a while since we've recorded an episode.
It's been a while
And put
since
one
I had
out.
it's been a while since I forgot how that song goes.
Then don't sing it. So,
Hmm.
I feel like, you know, if you're an audio listener, you don't know what happened. I like what you're doing. That's
Yeah.
more natural.
This is like comfy.
I'm hanging out. Hey, guys.
hanging out with the bro.
So yeah, it's just been a sec. We needed to take a sec to really just like, we're lazy. To be honest, I hated the old format. I hated the video quality. I hated the editing. You know, and I just really feel like you're also on a new YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Welcome to the place you've already been. Mine, Nicholas.
Yeah.
If this is your first time, my name is Nick.
Hi.
That's Edmon. So we got married one day.
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple of guys who were like, "Hey, let's hang out forever."
Yeah.
But
He was like, "I like your booty hole."
that's a nice
And I was
booty hole.
like,
And
"I
you were
like
like,
your dang-a-lang."
we should probably
We should
swang
probably
a
just swing
forever.
forever.
I'm like, do you want to be my booter forever? I do. Anyway, what I'm trying to say in my I've had espresso way is that we are going to be uploading from now on this channel. I just figured it'd be like a good place to have one home, and like we're already going to be making content together on like my YouTube channel, and I just figure it's a better place. We don't have to worry about multiple platform situations. And honestly,
just so that we're very clear on all ends here, I would like to make it known now that this isn't a new idea that he had. Okay,
I came up with this
This
all
is
by
an
myself.
idea.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, we should probably just put it online.
this is an idea that was presented to him last year, but he gave me a myriad of different reasons why we shouldn't do it, and so I think it's just funny how we're here now. But that's marriage, right? Like, I'm gonna tell you something.
You say something, I don't listen. Then I come to you with.
But you listen. You just go, no.
I come to you with a new idea that I think I made up.
New idea.
And I would also like to just like, since we're coming for me, one day he texted me saying, "Hey, this is the curry paste you use, right?" And I said, "This is the one," and I sent him a picture. Guess what this bitch, he goes out, no, shh, because I let you speak. Because I let you have a word. Okay. Close your beef suckers. So I sent him a picture of the exact one that, like the exact one that I use. And he comes home today, well, yesterday, with, look at, I'm already lying. He comes yesterday with the wrong one. And he's like, "Look, I got you the big one." And I go, "Bring it to me. Just show me." And you're like, no, just show me. And he got the one with dairy. For those of you who don't know, I will suffocate. Yes.
Now, as you telling that, you're not telling important bits. You didn't tell them that all the bottles look the same. And you didn't. All them bottles look the same. Don't play with me.
Except for the word paste
Don't play
and
with me.
sauce.
Don't
And
play
if you
with
can
me.
read, and I know you got 4 eyes, bitch, so
Okay.
you can read.
Okay,
so exactly.
I was supposed to see that it said sauce on all of these same purple and orange cans. They're all
a jar,
the paste.
but
jars.
They're different sizes.
Okay.
One says paste and one says sauce. And in fact, the big box that the jars come in says sauce in even bigger letters, which you pointed out today.
I didn't see that part yesterday.
So first, he starts ordering new glasses because he wants to see other people. And now he's ordering dairy because he wants me to pass away. I see what's happening here. I gotta pick my nose.
That's why your nose running, you little runny nose ass bitch.
Do you want to talk about running?
I went to the gym today.
I was going to talk about how you ran.
I ran what?
From the dang-a-lang. A couple of times ago when you were like, wait.
I ain't never ran from. Don't do that.
Oh, so
don't do that.
We're lying.
We're lying.
We're
never
lying.
ran
so
from
we're lying.
Nope.
So we're lying.
Move on, because you lying.
Welcome to the Emmilies, because all we do is fucking lie. Because apparently.
Let me tell you something. I be thugging in the bed. I ain't never ran from no dangalang.
Thugging in the bed. You just dap me up while we're doing it.
I got a pistol to your face. Like
That's somebody's kink. Don't even.
True. Yeah, it's very true. Somebody like it. Huh.
So we're just going to move on, okay? And also, yeah, I have a fucking mustache. Okay, just like move on.
Can you just like get past it?
Move
like,
on. Because I know you're typing on your little beef grippers on the keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a little mustache. So, calm down. Do you know what we're talking about today?
You wanted to talk about Tristan and Khloe.
Because he's a piece of trash garbage.
Bad. He's pretty
And,
fucking
okay,
bad.
so I would like to start introducing topics that I feel like we talk about, and whether we give our opinion or not, we present both sides.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one side of this
There's
conversation.
only one real side to have, but
And if you're on the opposing side, die. So it's good that we watched the episode today, though.
true.
Because I didn't even plan that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been wanting to make this video for a while because I see a lot of Khloe Kardashian slander. Now, this isn't about if you're a Khloe fan or not, or a Kardashian fan or not. I know a lot of people don't care for them, but my whole thing is
right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yes, and we've all been that dumb bitch. Like, in quotes, like, we've all been a dumb bitch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We've all stayed with someone for too long. We've all been in a situation that we shouldn't be in, and other people, like, the whole world could be looking at
like,
you.
Hey.
And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because, like, your heart and brain are
we've
in a
all
position.
been dogged a few times by people.
Yeah, we've all
And
had
just been like,
dumb bitch written on our
so-"
forehead.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Like-
plain sight. You know what I mean? Like, I might as well carry a sign, like a picket sign. Dumb bitch here. But like, we've all been that person in those situations. And I think that because people are celebrities, they're supposed to have some moral compass and whatever and not go through things. And I would just like to break down why I think Khloe stayed. Before we trash TRASHtan Thompson, before we rip him, I would like to just say why I think Khloe and all of us stay with people that we shouldn't. I'd like to preface with anybody who has an opinion about Khloe in that way, like if you haven't watched seasons 1 through 20 and then the new Kardashians, like your opinion doesn't matter. Not that mine does either, like no one does, but like
if you have an opinion on Khloe or like
you just don't have like
situation?
an informed opinion on why
she behaves
she would
the way
stay.
she does.
Yes, I think
when you've
from
been
my
watching them
Kardashian
for the
knowledge,
past 20 years, you kind of understand why it is that she kind
I've
of.
been
You've been there.
an avid watcher since episode 1, and when I finish episode whatever the end is of season 20, I start back at season 1 forever. It starts when Khloe was like born, and her mom Kris cheated on Robert Kardashian, and then they divorced. So Khloe's dad, Robert, and her mom, like, don't do this. This is not a Khloe slander video.
Go ahead.
Do not. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Go, bro. Go ahead.
Because if I unplug your mic, then I'm wrong. Then I'm silencing a black man. You should be silenced. How about that? You're wrong. But it is.
That was bold. I shouldn't have did that.
Oh my God.
Go, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. We listening.
I'm showing this to the courts, dear court lawyer man. Please, this is why I want a divorce. I want a divorce. Her parents separated, and like people forget that when you're a child from like a broken home, and it sounds so dramatic that like that affects you for the rest of your life. People seem to forget that like.
How old was she when they divorced?
I don't know.
Was like
really young though.
But they was like old enough to like have to comprehend it though.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yes, because
like,
they hated Bruce. They were so mean to Bruce.
Got you.
Caitlyn now, but Bruce at the time, they were so mean to him. Courtney like lived to make his life like horrible. Yeah. But she said that when she saw Bruce and Robert Kardashian like being friends, that's when they were like, all right, sick.
Like, all right. My dad like you, so I don't have to beat your ass.
Yeah. You know, when you come from a home where your parents split up and all you want as a kid is to keep them together, and then you have a kid yourself, and that's happening to you, you will do, like, you go back to being a kid and you'll do anything you can to keep your family together because you know what it feels like when
Yeah.
your parents aren't together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people forget that. And then like we all just forget that like she also stayed with Lamar. Like this people act like this is the first time like she should whatever, but like
Mm-hmm.
the difference is, and she said herself, I don't know, was it Kim? Somebody asked like, would you rather not know or rather know?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, the thing with Lamar is like, we went to therapy and like he let me know everything. So like I knew what was happening. No one in the public knew. We had
Mm-hmm.
no idea that they even went through anything
Yeah.
until he wrote a book and until like the show started talking about it, until like they couldn't hide what happened. But like he was cheating on her left and right. That's not the first person to cheat on Khloe.
Mm-hmm.
And so she stayed with him for years. So that's what she knows.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that her parents didn't make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And then in her heart, she's like, I have to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And now on top of that, I have a baby with this man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make it work. I don't think COVID helped because they had to stay to like live together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just so sad to me that people would just like tell her she looks stupid and looks like all this stuff and like over and over and over. And Scoob is very upset.
Mm.
Yeah, like Kanye cheated on Kim. We know that now.
Mm-hmm.
When they started dating. And then like Kourtney and Scott went through 8+ years of like him with drugs and alcohol and cheating.
Wow,
like,
shit.
but no one ever like that. I guess that's what's weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever blamed Kourtney for trying to keep her family together for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And like he embarrassed her. It was on the show.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that everybody comes for Khloe
Mm-hmm.
when this relationship is not very long. They haven't been together that long. I mean, a couple years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like Kourtney was with Scott for 8+ years of him cheating on her, abuse, like all this alcohol abuse and drug abuse, all
Mhm.
this stuff to keep her family together. She stayed with him. And no one was like, Kourtney, what are you doing? You look stupid. You look whatever. Everybody understood that it was like Scott's issue,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody has that same grace with Khloe. And I think that's the thing of like everyone's always come for Khloe. They came for her
Mhm.
weight. They came for her nose. They came for her look. They come for her dad, like who her real biological father is.
Well, the Scott part is the part I feel like is the differentiator because we all saw Scott's spiral down to like what it is. So it's like you can't really blame her. It's had some wild shit to say to her because you see this man crashing himself,
yes,
right? Like
absolutely.
he the one's fucking himself up. We don't know shit about Tristan, but that he played
that he's a piece
NBA
of garbage.
and that he's a piece of shit.
But it's
like,
weird to me that like we see Tristan be this horrible person.
But we don't know why. We know why Scott was a piece of shit because he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
off
yeah, yeah.
the shit for most of his time, right? Like we just know that Tristan's a piece of shit because he's a piece of shit. So like people don't really have like if he's a piece of shit, they're looking at you like why are you with this piece of shit instead of like why.
But so like we,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I guess because like I've been with a piece of shit,
mm-hmm.
like I can understand that like that person's manipulative. Like that's their problem as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I guess I just find it so funny that like the world pretends like they've never been in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And if you haven't, sick, good for you, you bitch. Must be nice to not have dealt with that.
Yeah.
But like, not all of us are so lucky.
Yeah.
And I feel like most people have been in situations like that. And I don't know. I breaks my heart sometimes. Like in the like watching her just cry on TV and be like, I find out with the rest of you, like with the world.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying earlier about how bold it is, like that she
Yeah.
finds out through TMZ and like Instagram instead of just like the man that's supposed to tell her.
And she finds out because it got out,
yeah,
not because he told her. That's so like.
If Kim wasn't on
horrible.
Instagram or whatever she was when she was in that clip,
Yeah.
she would have never seen it to tell Khloe.
Yeah. And I just like it's so sad. And it just is this whole the reason I wanted to talk about it is this topic of like we have no grace for like what other people go through.
No.
And like for some reason like we you know, you've even told me about like situations that like your friends go through.
Mm-hmm.
And we sit there and we're like that's so stupid, like this is your fault, like blah blah blah, but we just like we always blame the victim. Always.
Well, I mean, I think that in certain
Now
depending on some situations, right? Like, because everything's not as black and white. Most things are like in a gray area. Like, a lot of times, like some shit do be your fault. Like sometimes you do play into like the situation going the way it's going, but it's also just like
we forget how manipulative men are, man.
that, and it's just like it's easier for other people to tell you what it is that you doing wrong than to sit back and what it is. Like
Mhm.
somebody who been played and been like dogged out. They don't want to revisit that, so they just go,
Yeah.
"You're stupid for doing that
Yeah.
because of this reason and that reason and that reason." Instead of going like, "Damn, she getting fucked over like such and such did to me 5 years ago." That's kind of I wonder what he did to get the situation to where it's at. Like,
Yeah. It's just so weird to me that like.
it's easier for people to just be like,
Mhm.
and then they're famous too, right? So like,
Yeah.
there's also the misconception that famous people don't go through anything at all,
Like
ever.
as if
like,
money
as
like
if money
means
is the
anything.
end. Like, if you rich, you don't get to get cheated on.
Haven't we seen
What?
what happens with rich men? Look at the richest men in the world. They're so careless
Bro.
in their like actions.
Yeah.
Because and all of their wives divorce them in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I never
look at all the billionaires. They're single.
I never forget that clip. And this is if this not proof to y'all, nothing will. I never forget that clip of Jeff Bezos and his girlfriend at whatever little party was, and they was talking to Leonardo DiCaprio, and Jeff Bezos' girlfriend was looking at Leo like she wanted to just walk off and just leave with him.
Yes.
Even though Jeff is significantly richer than Leo.
Yeah.
Money don't mean shit.
No, it really doesn't. And like, I'm not like stereotyping athletes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like these men have women just like it's. I
Mhm.
mean, it's why Tristan has a new girlfriend every 5 minutes,
Mhm.
and it's because like there will never be a person like there'll never be nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For him to like whatever, because at the end of the day, he may feel powerful because he's rich.
Mm-hmm.
All these women are gonna use him.
Mm-hmm.
You're two kinds of women, really. 3. One,
There's like people in general.
yeah, but just like you're not in no, but like in Tristan's case, I mean like somebody with that
Mhm.
amount of wealth
Mhm.
and that like whatever.
Mhm.
1, you don't give a fuck. You see him and you're like red flag, bye.
Mhm.
2, you're like clearly he's a dumbass. I'm gonna use him
Mhm.
and I'm gonna get pictures. I'm gonna get whatever I need. I'm gonna like get a bag. I'm gonna do whatever.
Mhm.
Or you fall for his shit like so many other women do.
Mhm.
You know, like I can't even blame like Marley Nichols. I don't know the girl who he had a baby with
Mhm.
while he was having a baby with Khloe.
That's what it's about.
Some people just don't deserve to be parents.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like that's bald as hell.
I know. And there's people who are going to be like, you can't tell him he shouldn't reproduce. You are the role model. You are the role model for
Mhm.
your child. Doesn't matter who you are. Your child is looking up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Act accordingly. It doesn't mean that you can't make mistakes.
Of course.
But the third
But,
time you
like-
publicly like
But
cheat.
my man's like, if some dude is your daughter, like that'd be the
That's
shit
the
that be killing me
craziest
about these
thing.
men when they be doing this wild shit to their girlfriends and wives.
You would
you
shoot
do
that man.
If somebody did that to your daughter, you would lay him in the ground,
yes,
bro.
dead. You'd
But
be
you
dead.
like, fuck it, I could do that to my wife,
It's
which
just
is
like
somebody else's daughter.
Yeah,
Like what?
which is and then smile in their face.
And then smile in
That was the
their face.
craziest part when Khloe was like, and you know what? You lied to me for like 8-9 months about this. She had a whole baby.
Mm-hmm.
You were never going to tell me,
Mhm.
which tells me
Mhm.
that there's dozens of other people like this.
Mhm.
How much did you not tell me because you smiled in my face, you had birthday parties, you did
Mhm.
all this stuff? Like you're a
Mhm.
liar.
Yeah.
Liar. I just feel like he should not be able to like have a child.
Mm-hmm.
You are a horrible role model.
Mm-hmm.
Through and through, like you're horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like admire, and I think this is the part that we don't talk about, like Chloe's ability to bounce back.
Well, you see,
She
at this
gets
point, she's like
pummeled.
desensitized to it.
Yeah, which is horribly sad. But she gets pummeled. Like I can't remember a time when people are like Team Khloe. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
very true.
I
Like,
bet
out of
you-
all 3 of the sisters, she's the one
Yeah.
that's like,
And it's so sad because like, okay, Courtney moved on from Scott.
mhm.
We're all like, yes, we
Mhm.
love that for Courtney.
Mhm.
If Courtney sat there and was like, I don't care. Like, well, she did. She was like, how about
Mhm.
we change this narrative to what I deserve?
Mhm.
I know everybody says they'd be Team Chloe, but I doubt it, honestly. Just the way
Mhm.
people treat her. When Kim looked in the camera and was like, I screenshot everything and I want to put it online, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that today.
Yeah.
Like, if she did that, she would be like a bitch and manipulative and whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She'd be like stooping down to his level. Like, people started dogging her about who her father was. People started dogging her about how she was the ugly, fat Kardashian, people used to say.
Mhm. I remember that.
All the time. She gets a nose job. People are clowning her nose job.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. Because this is the thing. And Stassi Baby said it, and,
Mhm.
and I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
There was something she didn't like about herself.
Mm-hmm.
and she got plastic surgery to change it. And if
Right.
it makes her happy, sick. And if it doesn't, talking about it is so rude because it's like,
Yeah.
how, like,
Yeah.
you don't think that, like, maybe she sees something and is like, I wish that, like, I'm unhappy too. And then the whole world says it, like, you, show me who you are.
Yeah.
Because I could pull out some stuff too since we're doing that. I'm real good at that. since we're calling things out about people and features,
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah.
I'm real good.
Was that directed towards me? You wanted me
Anybody.
to start okay. Okay.
Come for Khloe.
All right.
Anybody. Post your pic. Post your body pic. Post your nose, side profile.
Ooh-wee.
Post your hairline. Pull it back. I want to see.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hate people.
Mm-hmm.
Drive me nuts. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she had like the way people looked at her. She like finally left Lamar and did what she had to do to like move on in her life. And so she went to the gym like crazy. And everyone was like, you're fat, you're fat. So she goes to the gym. And everyone's like, you're skinny, you're skinny. And then she like does the show Revenge Body, because like there's this thing when you like break up with someone, you go like get a revenge body, you like work out really hard, you do whatever, and everyone's like, well, that's now fat phobic and this and this and this, and it's like I feel like no matter what she does, no one's gonna be Team Khloe, and that's really sad to me. And she just gets beat down. I can't believe she still has the like confidence to share her life. But she talks about, and I watched a podcast where she was like, I just know it's gonna help someone, and like that's why I do it. My heart, like,
that's nice.
I know, it's just so sad, like. And now she's like apparently the happiest she's ever been. People are like, you're anorexic. Die. We always blame the woman, and it's so wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of being in a patriarchy, right? It's always the woman's fault that some stuff went left. It can never be the man.
Oh my God, it was Kim's fault that Kanye had meltdowns. Babe. Kanye was having, no one remembers the Taylor Swift thing? He wasn't dating Kim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't
know.
get that part. But I think the overall thing I'm trying to say is like, when you see someone in your life who's going through the same thing, hopefully it's not all over the media, the compassion of trying to be there and help as much as you can. And now sometimes you did what you can. You got to back up because they keep making the same choice, and it's like not on you anymore. You know what I mean? If they come to you. But I just feel like, it's sad. You ever like look back and be like, I was a dumb bitch.
Oh, all the time, every time.
Yeah. And like and you think about the people who were like, you're a dumb bitch. And you're like, I was. But you're so strong and wrong at that time. You like can't.
You can't do anything.
No.
Because you're so blinded by it.
Until you get out, and then you're like, that person's a dumb bitch. Like it's so crazy. It's like we all just like forget. We live in this fake reality.
Yeah.
Where we just like to forget everything we went through.
Yeah. I think it's the whole thing about like the Khloe slander. I mean, in no way, shape, or form am I sitting here saying I'm like a Kardashian fan or no shit like that. But like people, right? My whole thing about all that shit is just like when people get to like outwardly coming out against her and shit like that, even though they probably been through the same type of shit. It's just like, I think we said something about this earlier, but I can't remember. It's wild to me that like you can just ignore like the humanity of the person in that situation.
Yeah. Like when she's like breaking down on TV.
Like
she's crying in your face going, this isn't a TV show. This is my real life.
Yeah. Like I couldn't give half of a nut she doing right now. But like watching this season and all the stuff that like I knew, given like little bits and pieces of stuff that I've heard here and there, like about Tristan and like what they was doing ever since the whole Jordan Woods thing. Like I'm hearing bits and pieces about like how he was and shit like that. And like just off of the little shit that I heard, I was like, okay, kind of bold. But like seeing it now and like
that's what I'm saying. I
you
feel like
left the party she threw for you to go fuck this other girl that you then got pregnant.
And then you came back and talked about your new surrogate. And I think like that's why I say
you cheated on me when I was in the hospital having your baby.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong?
The like
what is
acts of
wrong with
betrayal,
you, bro?
the acts
Not
of
even just
betrayal
the
are so
acts,
bold.
the level
That's what
of
I'm saying.
betrayal.
Like the ones that we know about are so bold
Yeah,
that it's like, what kind of person are you?
is what it comes down to after a point.
And I wish like the narrative was switched to, let's talk about how fucking horrible Tristan Thompson is,
Mm-hmm.
and not how dumb Khloe is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're just going, that's how Tristan is, you should know better.
Mm-hmm.
How about we, like, I don't know, hold that man accountable?
Mm-hmm. And I'll play devil's advocate and say that, like, from the outside looking in, if you don't have no give a fuck about like
Yeah,
any of the people, then yes, Khloe does look like
silly.
the foo
Yeah.
for going through what it is going, like, what they're going through. And I remember during that Jordan shit when that had all fell out and everybody was just like anti Jordan, like blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Even in that point, I was like, okay, but you still got with this that had dogged you, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh blah. That's before I knew like everything.
Yeah.
So like, if I don't really know nothing, then I can see why people will go whatever. But like
What I
at
like,
this point,
yeah,
we kind of all know what's really happening. This
what
is
I
the
like
fifth
about
time
this
he done
season,
publicly,
though,
what?
the good thing about the new Kardashian show is they show how manipulative he is. Like, you haven't watched all of it. There's scenes, and I can show you where he's like, "You're never leaving me," things like that. And when he starts to be like, "Thank you so much," like blah blah blah, like, you know, you could have like kicked me out, you could have like whatever, poor, you could have burned my clothes, like,
well, I
like
didn't
he's
even
saying,
see that. This first or second episode when they sit on the couch, he's talking about some. Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
to build our life back together, and I want to.
oh yeah, they show
just talking
it.
that shit to her. You know what
They
I'm
like
saying?
show, and she's like vulnerable now, right?
Yeah.
And it's like she had said, I think it was when the Jordan shit happened. She was like, he's going above and beyond to send me flowers and do all this nice stuff. And she's like, it's kind of like sick because it's nice. Like, I wanted this when we were together. So now he's doing that.
and
Thing.
that's
That's
what she
that
was
bare
saying
minimum
about
thing.
yeah.
Like the bare minimum becomes such a high, and it's like you start to forget, and like you start to ignore like those negative things because the high of the positive thing is just so big. And so,
And it's clear that he understands, that he knows her importance.
he knows what he's doing.
He knows how much that girl wants to keep her family together. He knows how important it is for her to have somebody to co-parent that baby with. He knows exactly what the fuck is going on.
And look what we see. Imagine what we don't see.
Exactly.
That's like,
exactly. Exactly.
it's so sad to me
That shit just bold.
that's how everybody does her. And like, I think too, people are like, you're rich and you're famous, you could have anyone. No, you can have less people when you're famous.
That's very
your
true.
roster is
That's
less,
very true.
and it's such a weird narrative of like, you're Kim Kardashian, you can have anyone. Oh yeah, who's Kim?
Anyone?
Yeah,
What
anyone.
are you talking about?
Get out of here.
I don't remember who celebrity it was, but it was some dude or some actress, I believe, that was talking about like her dating pool because she was one of those like famous overnight type like actresses like that, and I think she said something along the lines of like, I wish I knew exactly who it was. I want to say it was like not Zoe. I don't know, somebody, but some actress or some actor said something along the lines of like, once you like are on TV and all over the internet and shit like that, like you can't just date anybody because does this person want to get me for my money? Does this person want to say that I sexually did something to them? Does this person want to just marry me and then divorce me and take half of my money? Like, it's not like you can't just like openly just be with somebody because there's a clear difference between like who you are and where they're at. And then they was also saying too, like, it's also different in like the celebrity pool because you have all these people with all this money and influence and people who can technically do or get whomever they kind of want in like a sexual sense. So it's like, am I going to get and end up with a Tristan in this small pool of people that I could potentially date?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not sweet.
So that's why it's like when people are like, she doesn't need to be with him, she can be with anybody, like she needs to leave him, like she's all he has, or he's all she has, like probably in her head. And like, how is she gonna build a new connection? That's probably so hard. And
in that
like,
level, absolutely.
And during COVID, like all this has happened during COVID.
Yeah.
Like when they film, they're still in masks and doing stuff, like the crew and everything, they're still in COVID restrictions and stuff. How is she just gonna be like, I don't know, meeting new people and like bringing new people around? True, like her circle
like,
is so
realistically,
small.
her only option would probably be like the film crew.
But that's a conflict of interest.
But that's a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're Candy Burris from Housewives of Atlanta,
Okay.
and that's who your husband is now.
Well,
One of
then,
the other cameramen or whatever.
woo-wee.
Anyway. But yeah, I feel like there's this whole narrative that she should be above everything.
Mhm.
And it's like, maybe if we just took some time to like look within,
Mhm.
we are all dumb bitches, just like everybody in this world. We're all just dumb bitches
Mhm.
trying to navigate life. And we all keep making mistakes because like, hi, how do you grow? Imagine being like perfect all the time. Like, that's so sick. Would love that. But guess what? You'd be so boring. You would have no, like, you would never be able to like help anyone, give advice. Like, we're only able to help people because we go through shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just wish we were kinder to Khloe. This is a
Like,
PSA.
people just need to just understand that, like, the people make mistakes because they don't know better. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you knew better, you would do better.
Yeah. And if they know better and don't do better, that's different. Like, Tristan knows better and doesn't do better. That's not the same thing. He is trash, garbage, poubelle. I like wish that both his legs were broken and he got no help.
About how Kim would beat his ass if she could.
Oh my God, if Kim could grab a step stool and just climb up there, she'd rock him in the head. Oh, and I wish she would do it.
I want to see that.
Because she could get away with it.
I want to see it. Like,
where's Jonathan Wright? Like, just knock him out. Jonathan, knock Tristan out. Someone needs to fight that man. Like, who can humble Tristan Thompson?
I think Jonathan could. Probably another, like LeBron, probably.
Another basketball player needs to just like beat him up. Just somebody just gotta like beat him up. Or like some girl needs to rob him. Where are the Claremont twins? You have a job to do. Go get Tristan and f his life up.
I do question too, and this is probably can get into. I don't know how long you want to make this, but
Keep going.
this is probably get into another part of this whole thing. So that I'm just thinking about just now is that, like, as much as, like, you know, we have to have a bit more compassion and empathy for like the women in situations. Fellas, y'all need to start checking y'all homies about their actions towards these people, bro.
Oh
like,
my God.
All these people that Tristan know, didn't none of them go, bro, why is you cheating on your wife for the 5th time? Like,
but do you wonder, like, is that the company he keeps? Are they the same?
Maybe.
That's like another thing you have to think of, right? Like,
that's also a thing
that
too.
could be a thing, the company they keep.
He probably learned it from the people that he keeps.
He's probably with. That's like why he's probably cheating at parties is because he's with people who are like-minded. You know?
And he's from Brampton?
Yeah, he's a Toronto boy, and that's all you needed to know.
Toronto boys
are garbaggio.
Goddamn.
There's a few good seeds, but the rest are trash.
Spoiled rotten.
You're gross and I hate your bad man thing. Shut up.
Yeah, y'all accents is not it.
Yeah. The like white Toronto boy is the worst kind of boy because they like think they're like speaking in patois but also using like Toronto slang. You're so trash.
You trying to sound like you from Jamaican and Manitoba in the same voice, and that's not it.
They are so embarrassing. I'm so happy I moved away like right as the white man was starting to pick up patois. Like, I'm so thankful that I never had to date or meet anybody. Well, I guess, you know what? Never mind. Because I was only dating the people from the island. So
that's true.
mind.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, yeah. But then you was getting the straight drop then, though. You know what I'm saying? Once the white boy starts talking about their tings, then you're like, okay, I'm out.
Like, that's enough for me. That's enough. It's crazy that people aren't self-aware. Like, they don't hear themselves and go like, I sound like a moron.
No, they just think they sound cool because it's the hip thing to say.
OVO. Oh my God. Die.
He's part of the reason.
Yeah.
He's to blame.
BBL Drake.
For a lot of that. BBL Drake. BBL Drake from St. Lucia is actually part of the issue.
St. Lucia?
Because he's a yard man, too.
I love when Drake, like, randomly throws in, like, a Jamaican accent into his rap. Like, You're not the same guy who got shot in Degrassi. Get out of here. I can't. Woo. Leave it to party next door and call it a day.
Man. You have had friends there.
Can we just talk about the people who all came from Toronto? Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
And I mean
that's
it. Period.
Those two names.
Tory Lanez shot Megan and is the ultimate toxic king.
Yeah. It's very toxic.
The Weeknd, if you can cheat on Bella Hadid, like you are
Pretty bad.
You're a
pretty
horrible
bad. You're
human
pretty
being. Like, what are you?
You're pretty
There's
bad.
no bag fumbled bigger than Bella Hadid, and like Kim, I think it's bigger than Kim. To me,
Really?
yeah.
Hmm.
Bella Hadid. I don't like. Come on, that's one of the probably like
That's pretty foolish.
one of the most beautiful women in
That's
the
pretty
in the
foolish.
world.
Like that's pretty foolish.
Pretty stupid. You're dumb. So we have Tori,
Mm-hmm.
Abel,
Mm-hmm. Able.
we've got Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, no explanation. We just did for like 45
Mhm.
minutes. You've got Party Next Door.
I
Another
wouldn't put-
another toxic king though,
But I wouldn't
because
put him in there because he's vocal about not being shit. He's like, I'm not shit, and I'm gonna ruin your life, but let's hang out
And then-
because I'm nice to you.
I know, and then he makes songs that are like, you really hurt me though.
You really hurt me, even though I cheated on you 12 times.
Yeah.
You cheated on me 13.
Wah. That one time you cheated on me really broke me.
Like, all I did was sleep with 24 girls, but you kissed that guy? Oh my God, I'm gonna go do coke.
But I just mean like, look at who we're dealing
Yeah.
with. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Like, that's the like,
And then Drake.
yeah. Which I don't really know much about what he did, but I know he had a baby out of wedlock.
Didn't he cheat on Rihanna? I mean, I don't know. I think that's just
I
like
don't know.
what I heard.
I don't know.
And again, can we just look at the women here? So we've cheated on, potentially, allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna,
Mm-hmm.
Bella.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody I know
Mm-hmm.
just told me, somebody told me that they're one of their good friends is also Tristan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is the same person who told me that Abel was cheating on Bella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we've cheated on Bella.
Mm-hmm.
We've cheated on Khloe.
Mm-hmm.
We've cheated on Ariana.
Mm-hmm.
And we shot Megan.
We shot Megan.
And we shot Megan Thee Stallion. So I just think Toronto is 0
Just,
0
like,
for
steer
4
clear of the Toronto man's
of the yard man tings. Wait. Yeah.
The Toronto man's dem.
Yeah, the man's dem, you know?
Dem.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Tristan's shit. He's garbage. He's trash. In my opinion, not allegedly. In my opinion, in my not humble opinion, my very aggressive opinion. I wish the worst on that man.
Mm-hmm.
And-
And all the men like him.
And I just personally, in my deepest soul, like believe that he should have his dick cut off because you clearly don't know what you're doing with it.
Mm-hmm.
You're abusing it
Mm-hmm.
and the women that you come in contact with. You're not just hurting yourself.
Mhm.
You're hurt because he is. Like, I mean, he needs fucking therapy.
Yeah.
Step 1 of therapy: cut his dick off. You don't know how to use it. You lose it. How about that? You don't know how to use it. You lose it.
I just feel like I would have no issue with what he does if he just kept it a buck about who he is, bro.
Yeah.
Quit trying to like make people think that you just, because I feel like in 2022, in the day and age that we live in, there are a significant amount of people who would just let you dog them
Yeah.
if
Be
you're
in an open
about
relationship.
being dogged. Like,
But yeah, like that's kind of like what she said. Was she was like, "Tell me if you're gonna like have the courtesy to like not do it, but if you're gonna
Mhm.
do it, let me know." You
Mhm.
know. And I think like we're also in 2022. Like, so many people are into open
get an
relationships.
open relationship. Get you a woman who's fine with you going out and getting 20 of them.
Yeah, like just
You
do
can find
that.
somebody.
But that's why I think it's like a part of the manipulative game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think to him, it's a part of it.
It's different because if she's okay with it, then it's not as
He wouldn't stay
stimulating
with
for him.
her.
Yeah,
You know, that's what I think. He wouldn't
It's the
let her
game of,
leave.
like-
It's how he's saying, "I'm not letting you leave me."
yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plus, he probably one of them dudes that like, I want to be able to do who I want to, but you can't do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
I just wanted this discussion, and if anybody has an opposing opinion, that's totally fine. Leave it in the comments. I don't agree with you, and I humbly think you're incorrect. And most of the time, I let people, like, you can totally have your opinion, live your life. That doesn't affect me. You are
mhm.
entitled to your wrong opinion, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Go get help. But, like, yeah.
Go get help.
No. Look, we didn't do our song in the intro.
We didn't. I am hurt that you remembered that we didn't do that because let's just stop that.
Why? It's so good.
It's
No, you know what I'm going to do?
What you gonna do?
I am subscribed to that, like, sound thing now.
Oh,
for a
you'll put
royalty-free
something in the
music.
beginning?
Yeah, I want to make like a like a intro trailer of us being like
Like a what?
like an intro trailer, you know?
Like a what?
Intro trailer. Yeah.
One more time.
Intro trailer. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. Bye.
Who are you?
Oh
Where
my
you
God.
from?
So my name's Nick. And if you want to follow me on YouTube, you're already here, babes. Subscribe.
You're already here, babes. Just go down here.
Yeah, just like go click my channel
Don't be a
and watch
fucking
the rest.
loser. Just go down and hit the button.
Instagram,
Emmizzie.
TikTok, Twitch,
Emmizzie.
Nicholas James Emmizzie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Yeah, so I bet you
It's
do.
not about me. It's not about me yet.
But his is Emmizzie, Emmizzie.
Mm-hmm.
Double E if you're on Instagram, one E if you're on TikTok. Apparently he's just he's a TikToker now.
Get
Oh
the
shit!
go away.
So anyway, that's all, folks.